trash. See this? That's what they used to call me. For years, I used to be a prostitute. Living on a corner. For years, I sold my body. I had a low self-esteem. People told me I would never be anything. For years, I've been called trash. When I used to walk up and down the street and prostitute, one day, I said to myself, when I lived at 1802 West North Avenue, that I was going to pull me and my children out of this neighborhood. I know God had a blessing for me. You could accomplish anything. I was out there, but God changed me because I wanted something out of life. My lifestyle, I lived a promiscuous lifestyle. I was out there in the street. You know, I was homeless, I was abused, you know, I was rejected, scandalized. Nobody thought I wasn't going to make it. You know, all my life I prostituted, you know, because I wanted something better for me and my children. You know, I was a stripper. You know what turns me on? When I see a sister that's struggling out there on the corner. I see a sister, you know, homeless. I see a sister battered, abused. That turns me on when God used me as a vessel to speak to that woman, to say, you can make it, you can come through out of this. Look at me, I'm a living testimony. I'm a conqueror, I'm a winner. You know, I'm the one that people say, you look at her, she would never be anything, but God pulled me back up. He pulled me up for a reason, and I give him all the glory today, all the glory. I'm not ashamed of my past.
Patricia Wilson, born into a life of uncertainty. Living most of her days surrounded by drugs and alcohol, she spent many years walking the streets as queen of the ghetto, her body for sale. Now, when she canvasses the streets, it's for a different reason, winning lost souls to her Lord and Savior, Jesus the Christ. In this segment of her fascinating story, she tells how God delivered her from double murder and suicide.
Have you ever been so hurt? You feel like the world was on your shoulders, nobody cared. One day I was so hurt because I found out that this man I was in love with, he was cheating on me with another woman, and I had a baby by him. I was so hurt. I wanted to kill him and myself. I didn't care about nobody. I didn't care about my baby. So one day I decided to follow him to church. I came at this church, I'm standing right behind me, and I wanted to kill him, and I wanted to kill myself and that young lady. At the time I was sitting in the church, and a pastor spoke about a young lady sitting in a congregation trying to kill herself.
We're praying even now that some lost soul would be saved, and we just bless you for this multitude of people that you called in this place to minister to them, Lord.
And that young lady was me. I was that young lady who was trying to kill myself over a man. I thank God that the pastor preached that service, because that service changed my life. That was the day that I gave myself to Christ. I walked down that aisle. I was that young lady. I walked down that aisle and gave my life to Christ, and my life having never been the same again. God has delivered me from bondage. I'd like to encourage viewers to log on to ctvn.org. They have been a blessing in my life, and they can be a blessing in your life.